Today we're going to show you one single muscle that really needs to be strengthened if you're experiencing low back pain.
That's right. It's a simple exercise, and Mike has actually field tested this and had great success eliminating his back pain. Let's get to it and show him, Mike.
Bob and Brad, the two most famous physical therapists on the internet.
I'm Brad.
I'm Mike, and behind the scenes we have Bob, and together we are the most famous physical therapy team on the internet.
And we have Sam helping us out today. Say hi, Sam.
Hi, Sam.
Okay, very good.
Wow. He's got a lot to say.
Jaw problems today. Anyways, it is no surprise any therapist you ask, and they talk about back pain and gluteal maximus muscle having weakness. They can be related. Simple problem to solve if your glutes are weak. As a matter of fact, there is a syndrome. It's known as gluteal amnesia. In other words, the glute muscle, the large max glute, is not firing, is not working as it should. Let's look at this. This is where we want Sam. We're looking at the pelvis right here, and this is where the glute maximus origins, and it goes down and it works as an extender of the hip. So these fibers, it actually works quite well, connect here like this. If these are the fibers of the glute max, when they contract, they do this. When that happens, the hip extends, but the pelvis also can have some movement. So when it can contract, we can have some movement there and also can relate to what's going on in the low back. So everything's connected. There's a chain involved. When this is weak, it can create back pain. How can you get rid of that if this is weak?
So what oftentimes happens is people from sitting all day long, like I am right now, our hip flexors shorten up, which can cause some tilting of the pelvis and cause some back pain. So we need to stretch that out, but we also need to strengthen the glutes and get them firing again. So that's why if your glutes are not firing properly, it's going to cause some back pain and issues there because you often overarch.
Right. So this whole sitting thing, that's why they say sitting is the new smoking. And this is one of the reasons the glutes get weak and then other things start to fall apart or get painful as a result. Mike, you want to tell about how you fixed your back pain just by working your glute muscles?
Yeah, so all I started doing is strengthening your glutes. So what you can do is simply a glute squeeze. That's when you do some butt cheek squeezes like this and you hold it. I like to say act like you have to go number 2 and you're holding it in. Most people understand what I'm saying. The benefit of doing this exercise is you can do it anywhere. You can do it standing, you can do it seated, you can also do it while you're lying on your back as well. You can do it in any position so you have no excuse to not do it throughout the day, where other glute exercises, I have to get on my hands and knees and I'm not going to do that in public. I've done this working with patients and they don't even know.
So one thing that I've told patients when we're working the glute muscles is think about a quarter. And there's a quarter in your gluteal cleft. That's
your butt cheeks.
There you go. And you're going to squeeze that in. And when you do that, you think about squeezing your glutes, and they're really working hard. And so, right now I'm doing a gluteal isometric and relax and squeeze. And if you do that, and that actually makes your back pain, takes pressure off a little bit, you're almost certainly doing the right exercise for your back pain. Can you show the bridge? Because that's pretty common when that therapist do.
Yeah, so one exercise you could try is the bridge. I want to say when I do my glute isometric holds throughout the day, I will go for 1 minute at a time, and I'll do it 10 times a day. So I'm doing it all throughout the day. That's the benefit of doing that exercise. If that's too much for you early on, you don't have to, but just refiring it numerous times really helped with my low back issue I was having. So to do the bridge, the problem is most people just do this and they don't think about their butt. Your butt will fire a little bit because I am going into extension with it. But what I want to do is do that butt squeeze first, keep my core tight, and then engage, hold it for 5 seconds at the top, squeezing my butt cheeks together, and then down. I'm getting a hold this whole time, and I'm engaging the glutes a lot more. You're going to feel it in your hamstrings and low back a little bit, but this is what you want to do. You don't just want to have the people just nonchalantly lifting up their cores, not engaging well. They're not squeezing their butt cheeks. So squeeze the butt cheeks, engage the core, lift up, 5 seconds or so, and then back down and try to do 10 of them. And you can do a couple sets if you want.
And so you're saying you also do them in a seated position, and you may just, instead of doing 10, hold it for 6. You really count on your watch?
Yeah, I have a timer on my watch. I just go to my timer real quick and I hit 60 seconds. I'll do it when I'm brushing my teeth, when I'm making coffee, when I'm cooking food, when I'm working my computer, watching a patient do an exercise. I'll just do it throughout the day, and it makes it a lot easier because doing 10 minutes a day sounds very daunting of glute squeezes, but doing them periodically when you're bored makes it a lot easier.
There you go. So it's just seated. Let me see you do one.
I'm doing it right now.
Right now. So yeah, you can't even see it. So that's why
Yeah.
you can do this at work in front of the computer. People will
I
not
will
know.
say it's harder to do it seated because you're flexed. You're not extended. So this is flexed, this is extended. So I do find it a little more challenging to do it seated. I mean, you could tell because I'm clinching. And like this, you can see my legs moving a little bit. But yeah, you just hold it. And you can make it as aggressive or relaxed as you want. So you can really squeeze hard, or you can just kind of half squeeze, whatever you can tolerate.
So anyways, these people will do this a few times a day, hold it for 3 to 4 seconds to start with. You can bring it up to, a lot of isometric rule of thumbs is like 6 to 8 seconds. But Mike's doing them longer. How long did it take for your back pain to go away once you started doing these?
So I didn't have back pain all the time. I noticed it more when I was running than anything else. And it was just one-sided on my left side, but within like a few days, it went away. My back pain does flare up from time to time, but making sure my glutes are engaging frequently throughout the day does help. Just engage them more through everyday activities like walking and running.
There you go. So keep those glutes firing. Keep them strong. They will help you with your walking. I know Rick Olderman, who we've gone to a lot in the last couple of years, does a lot with glute strengthening as well. He's got some other exercises that he uses. So how can they get a hold of Rick?
You can go to rickolderman.com to find anything about him there. He has books, home programs. You can work with him one-on-one if you really want to, if you're struggling with back pain. But glute strengthening is just a part of back pain. It may not solve everything, so it's important to figure out what is actually happening with your back, but it can definitely help some people.
There you go. So I think there's another video that gives some more exercises.
Yes, intense 3-minute hip and glute workout at home, no equipment needed. I think Liz is in that video.
Yes, she is, and she is much better looking than Bob, I, or Mike, and she does a really good job demonstrating these 3 exercises. They're a little on the aggressive side, so if you're going to do them, join in, and you'll get a good glute max workout. So, what do you say, Mike? Let's go.
Let's glute.
Glute on.
Bob and Brad, the 2 most famous physical therapists on the internet.